everyone, welcome and welcome back. Good morning, I am CrisTheGirl, and today in this video we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a good old-fashioned reading vlog, and if you don't know what that is, if you've never seen these kinds of videos on YouTube before, basically we're just hanging out here today at home and doing some reading. I have a gigantic stack of books that I have been wanting to read, that I am currently reading, and so I really want to make some headway on that, especially because some of these books are things that I want to talk to you about here on the channel. We can go into that a little bit later here, but basically, yeah, we're gonna be hanging out here, getting nice and comfy, cozy, enjoying this absolutely beautiful, perfect October day here in Knoxville, and getting some reading done. So I'll pause throughout the day and let you know what I'm reading and what I'm thinking about it, how it's going, all of that good stuff. It's really hard for me to just sit my butt down on a couch and just relax. Like I'm not that kind of person. I never have been. But I want to try to sort of change that at least a little bit, like allow myself time to relax and enjoy my hobbies while also filming it. You see what I did there? Anyway, that is the plan for today, you guys. I want this to be really just nice, calm, enjoyable, relaxing, classic fall things. I don't know. So anyways, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy it. In the off chance that you are new here, welcome. Very, very happy to have you. This is a whole entire channel. I make a lot of different kinds of videos and content and such. So if you like what you see and you want to check it out and you want to subscribe, that is awesome. Also, I feel so awkward mentioning this. I really, really do, but I gotta mention it. I have a membership program now here on YouTube, so if you're interested in joining, becoming a member, becoming a CTG pal, we're gonna be doing live streams coming up here really soon, guys. The first one's gonna be in November, and it's just for members only. So if you wanna chat with me via live stream, bring your questions, bring your topics, whatever you want every single month. There's the membership for you. So if you're interested, would love to have you, would love to see you. And yeah, I think that is it. So we'll get started on this beautiful fall day, relaxing, comfy, cozy. Thank you so much again for clicking on the video, and grab a snack, grab a drink, get comfy and get cozy along with me, okay? Maybe grab your own book if you can read while you're also listening to something. I can't do that personally, so good on you if you can, but anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's get started and let's go. Before we do though, let's do the advent calendar. Simpsons advent calendar. Today is the 11th. What do we got today? Oh, nice. This is from a classic episode. The Salem Witch Trials, the Springfield Witch Trials. Or no, is this from... This is from that one Treehouse of Horror where all the characters get turned into animals, right? I think that's where this guy is from. Anyways, yeah, that is where this guy is from. Because in the Springfield Witch Trials one, he gets turned into a beaver, I want to say. So, there you go. My lore. My lore is off. Sorry, fake fan. Alright, we're going to start this journey upstairs first. I'm going to do my altar over here, do my morning prayer and such. And if you saw my video from yesterday, we went to a brand new Barnes & Noble here in the Farragut area of Tennessee, Knoxville. And one of the things that I really wanted, well, the thing that I really wanted to get from Barnes & Noble was a nice new notebook, because y'all, this notebook is completely filled with my daily card draw, my daily tarot reading. I've been logging them every single day this year since January, since the end of January. Pretty good, honestly. And I filled it all the way up to like the very last, like we're on like the last page. So I needed a new notebook for this process. And if you've been with me for a while, then you know this is a thing that I have been doing for some time now. Every now and then I get a question of like, how is it going and this and that, and it's going incredibly well. So basically what I do is just like a daily tarot draw every single day. I started off this process with like, oh, I could ask a different question every day, or maybe I could ask a couple of questions every day, this and that, but it very quickly just kind of went into a, what is the overall vibe for today, or just like, what message do my ancestors, do my spirit guides have for me today? So I just do one card every single day. And I tell you what, it's been incredibly insightful and helpful in many different ways. But for the purposes of this little chat here between us, if you want to really learn the tarot and divulge yourself into it, and I don't know, just get more comfortable with the cards and the meanings and such, you should do this every single day. You definitely should. And it doesn't have to be, you know, what do my ancestors or spirit guides or whatever have for me today, because I know that that's not everybody's jam. But you could definitely do like a, what's an overall vibe for today? What's something I should look out for? Like there's a lot of different single questions that you could ask every day. So the whole purpose of me starting this journey was to connect with my spirit guides and ancestors and such, but also to help me get more, I don't want to say familiar with the cards, because I feel already pretty familiar with them. Like I already did feel pretty familiar with them, but just to have my own meanings and understandings for the cards, which I feel like I do now. Like if I get a certain card, I have a decent idea of what that means for me now, which before this project I didn't necessarily have. I just had kind of like a blank definition for it, but now they have kind of personal meanings for me. I know what they mean for me. Hopefully that makes sense. If you are familiar with tarot, then it probably does. But anyway, we're gonna talk more about this sort of thing a little bit later in the video. But for now, I'm gonna do this, and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, a couple more things and I swear we'll move on. First of all, I've never felt very comfortable showing my altars. I don't know why. I know that other people do it, and I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with it, but I just feel so weird about it. So I have rarely ever shown it to you all on the channel. However, I did have the thought as I was sitting here, like, what, maybe in the future I could do a video on my altar, it's my ancestor's altar, that's kind of how I refer to it. Maybe I could do a video sort of explaining like what's on it and the thought process behind it and this and that, and maybe I can just take down some of the pictures or whatever. So I don't know, if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know down in the comments below, because I could definitely try to do that for you, fumble my way through that for you all. I am not an expert. I am not an expert on anything at all, period, end of story. I'm just a gal who is just doing videos here, so, and sharing her life. So there you go. But that is something that I could do in the future. Also, second thing, I recently got these incense sticks. They're from Folk Essence. And I have to say, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. I go through incense like crazy. And I just tried these on a whim. Got them from Amazon. Sorry, everybody, but I did. I have been enjoying all of the scents. I have, up here, I have rose and geranium, ocean salt, and lemongrass and verbena, and I really like all of them. They're not like a smoky sort of incense smell. They are kind of lighter, and I don't really know how to explain it. They just smell really, really good. So it's kind of different from what I usually do with my incense, but I have to say, I really like it and I've been enjoying the difference. So just thought I would give a little recommendation. So like I said, we're gonna start up here in the bedroom because I have a lot of my books up here. Usually this is when I have the time to read. Before I go to bed, I just kind of sit there and read at least a little bit. That's, you know, my goal. So a lot of my books are up here, but we might grab a few from downstairs as well. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys, look, ta-da, I got a new camera. Very excited. Now this is the same camera that I have been filming with for basically a year now, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, in case anybody was interested. This is not the creator kit, this is simply just the camera, and it comes with like a cable and a stand, I think. But yeah, it's just the camera. The one that I'm filming on right now is kind of going down the wayside. It's been doing weird glitches and making weird sounds, so figured I should get a new one. And so I did. And I want to say big, huge, gigantic thank you to my coffee buddies. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for all of your support. I did do a community post the other day. I swear we're going to get started on this reading vlog. I did do a community post the other day. Community post the other day where I thanked you all and let you know that the Coffee Buddy membership program is no more. I canceled them all. They're all going to cancel at different times because, you know, everybody started at different times, but it's essentially canceled because I wanted to move the membership program over here to YouTube so I can give you guys better incentives. The whole thing, I've talked about this quite a lot. So anyways, but I wanted to say what I wanted to focus on is thank you so much to my coffee buddies, because it is because of you that I've been able to upgrade my my filming stuff and my, you know, just my equipment in general throughout the years, basically since I started my YouTube channel, which y'all, we're going on 4 years now. 4 years. Next week it will be 4 years of the CrisTheGirl channel. Can't even possibly believe it. So thank you all so much for all of your support. It literally is because of you. It's literally because of you. So thank you guys so much. Anyways, beneath the camera, I've got a stack of books here. So we'll just make a pile on the bed. And then on my nightstand, I have a number of books too. Would love to continue getting through the intuitive witchcraft book, so I'll put that on the pile. Also wouldn't mind thumbing through this guy, The Magical Household, Spells and Rituals for the Home. Also, I have a number of books over here as well. So I have started reading all of these guys. I've mentioned them in videos in the past too, so I kind of feel like we should pull these out. Okay, let me show you this massive pile of books here, and we haven't even gone downstairs yet. So we really gotta like pick and choose, everybody. So we have Ronald Balfe's Small Town Horror. I am enjoying this book. I'm very interested to see where it goes. So I think I'm gonna put this in the read pile for today. And if we don't get to the books, I know I'm cut off. It's just my hair's in a towel.
Just a minute! Don't hang up! Yellow. You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a towel.
If we don't get to all of these books today, like, listen, that's crazy pants. It's okay. It's not a big deal, but I want to have a stack of books that I can pick and choose depending on what my mood is, whatever I want to read at that moment. So I want to have options. That's the point. It's Libra season. We got to have some options. How Bad Can Things Get? Also have been reading this book and I have been enjoying it. I will say this, it does take place like on an island. It's beach themed. I'm assuming it's like summer or whatever. So I'm kind of thinking about tabling this guy until maybe even next year. I know. But I do like to read books that kind of correlate with like the seasons and such. And since we have so many other books to read. Maybe we should just table Darcy Coates. I'm sorry about it, but maybe we should table this for another time. Loud truck. The windows are all open, everybody. It's a beautiful day. I think if we're picking and choosing, let's stick to this to the side. The End of the World as We Know It, y'all. I've been trying to make my way through this behemoth of a book, but they're all short stories, so I feel like I am making progress. I haven't picked it up in a while. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I think that this would be a good one to put on the read pile for today, because I feel like we can get through at least a couple of short stories through this guy, and it's spooky, you know, Stephen King related and such, so I'll put that over there. Okay, the books that we got yesterday, I definitely am putting on the pile for today. So The Golden Girls Cozy Mystery, please. I think this may be one that we pick up maybe towards the end of the day. I feel like this would be a good sort of palate cleanser, cozy up, you know, have all of the spooky lights on and such. So that's what I'm envisioning, but we'll see what happens. And then Never Whistle at Night. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to finally read this guy. I've been looking for this book for a while now, so definitely want to get through at least a couple of stories in this today. Additionally, my pal Cameron Chaney is an author, and he sent me some of his books recently. I put it in a video in the beginning of the video when we decorated outside, and I'm very ashamed to say that I haven't had the chance to crack them open yet, but we're changing that today. So we have Autumn Crow High, and then his new short story here, The McAllister Family Halloween Special. So we're definitely going to read this today because it's a short story. Very excited about it. And then we'll definitely get started on one of these guys. I feel like these are going to be perfect for today and the vibes that we're going through for today, you know, Halloween, spooky sort of thing. So we're going to put all of these on the pile for today. They're all going on the pile for today. You see a theme here. Okay, so let's move on to the witchy, metaphysical books, whatever you want to call it. The Magical Household that I just showed you all. Picked this up in Salem, and it just kind of seemed, it's like a reference book sort of thing, so I figured I could at least flip through this. And then the Intuitive Witchcraft book I have started on a little bit here. Like I said, I'm reading like 15 books at the same time at various paces, but I love my metaphysical books. They're some of my most favorite books ever. I love to learn, and I also love to be scared and, you know, get sucked into a good story and such. So those are my two favorite things like ever. So we have a good healthy stack of metaphysical books as well. So I have my Kindle here as well, which has, of course, numerous books on here too. And I've been thinking about things to do here on the channel with you all once spooky season is over and Halloween shopping and all of that stuff. I've been thinking about other things that we can do, and I really want to get back to actually talking about spiritual stuff with you all here on the channel and witchy things and whatnot. I've been saying this since like the conception of this channel, that I want to talk about tarot cards, I want to talk about astrology, I want to talk about this, that, and the other thing, and it never happens. You guys hold me accountable because I want to make it happen. Finally, I want to make it happen. And one of the things that I really, really, really want to dive into with you all is astrology, because I think that you guys are going to find it really, really interesting. Even if you already don't have an interest in astrology, or if you think it's all bullcrap or whatever, please just watch a little bit of it, because I promise you it is not what you think it is. It is not what you think it is at all. There is so much that goes into it. It will blow your mind. So I want to start kind of creeping into those videos. Part of it is I don't have a lot of confidence in myself. I feel like there's thousands of other people on YouTube doing podcasts, doing Instagram, whatever they're doing. They're way more knowledgeable than I am about these things. But I figure if I could just kind of do the basics with you all, maybe that could inspire more people to kind of go on their own journey with this sort of thing, because that's how I started, was just watching people on YouTube kind of dipping their toes into it, and that led me down a whole rabbit hole of my own journey and learning and all of that. So I figured, why not let me put my channel out there and we'll just see what happens. Long spiel, but this is just something that I've been thinking about for a very, very long time now. And I have recently picked up a number of astrology books lately. A few of them are still on their way over here. They're in the mail as we speak, but I have a couple now. So I have one that's in my Kindle, and it's called The Inner Sky by Stephen Forrester, I believe. And he's a relatively famous astrologer, and that was the first book that I ever read on astrology that just blew my mind and like made me realize that this is a whole other thing than what we traditionally think of as astrology. So I've been rereading that book for the third time lately, and so I want to keep going with that. We're going to talk more about that book later once we do an astrology video. So I have that. All that to say is that's one of the books that I've been reading lately. And then I just got this big behemoth of a study book earlier this week. And this is Mastering Traditional Astrology, A Depth of Beginning in the Celestial Art by Michael A. Bryan. And from what I've read and understood on the reviews and stuff like that, this is a really, really good book. It has a lot of tutorials in the back and like questions and things. So like you read it, it really seems to me like a textbook. Like if I was going to astrology school or whatever, this is the textbook for it. And because it has like questions and things like that at the end of the readings, which I really like and really respond to. I definitely want to crack this open today and make some headway on this. In fact, this may be the first thing that I start to read. We'll get into that later. That's it. That's it. Oh, my stack just fell. This is the stack. It just fell. Oh gosh. Okay. So this, you guys, is the stack of books. And this is just the upstairs. This is just the upstairs books. Oh. And Kindle too. Okay, we're downstairs now. Been putzing around a little bit. I'm gonna eat a snack slash kind of breakfast sort of thing, even though it's 12:30, so, you know, whatever. This is just a vegan croissant that I got from Ingles. I get the big 4-pack ones, and I basically just eat one for breakfast, like, every day, just to have something on the tum-tum, you know what I mean? And I personally like to heat them up a little bit in the oven. Oh my gosh, game changer. They taste so good. And then we'll ruin the fact that it's vegan with a cheese stick. Extra sharp cheddar from Sargento. Now that I have eaten and am not on the verge of passing out, let's head over to the spooky bookcase and see if there's any more books that I want to pull out. I might pull out the Tarot 101 book. This is another kind of like reference book, I feel, that I did start reading. As you can see, I really need to invest in bookmarks, you guys. I'm just using a tissue. This kind of reminds me of the astrology book that I was showing you guys, because it has like all the stuff that you read, and then at the end of the chapter or section or whatever, it has some questions and things that you can, you know, write down or whatever. Gives you some further reading here too. So I might pull this one out since I want to revisit the tarot as well. And with that, here is the stack that we have for today, guys. That should be pretty easy to accomplish, right? Imagine if I read all of these books in one day. That would be insane. I've always thought, like, if I could have one magical power, if I could have one, like, superhero power or whatever, it would definitely be to just, like, touch a book and instantly have, like, all of its knowledge and know exactly what it was saying. Like, I would love to have that power, but alas, I do not, so we're doing stuff like this today. What I want to start with, I think, is going to be more of like the reference books and like the things that I want to learn. I want to kind of challenge my brain a little bit because I'm awake. I am the most awake right now at this time, full of coffee. I just ate some food, so I think now is the best time to learn. So I think I'm going to pull out those books first. Get my Kindle. And we can save the more like fun books for later in the day. And with that being said, we're going to sit outside and we'll join our skelly pal out here too. By the way, my stepdad got me this really cute pillow from Walmart. Get spooky. It's got the cowboy skellies on there. How perfect is that? So we're gonna sit out here, do some reading. As you can hear, I'm sure the neighbor behind us is doing some mowing, but it's not really bothering me. I just want to enjoy the weather. It's so beautiful out today. I want to take advantage of being here on our beautiful porch and just get some reading done in the fresh air. Respond to a few texts, but then I'm going to put my phone away. I have now read 28 pages of this book, and wow, it really just dives directly into it. I'll tell you what, if I did not already have a background knowledge of astrology and know the things that I already know, would be completely lost. To be perfectly honest with you, would be absolutely completely lost. And it was already like a little hard for me to keep up and like understand what the author is talking about. So it's definitely a very interesting way to start off the book, but that's literally, I mean, that wasn't even part one. Technically, I'm on part one now, chapter 1. So there is that too. It's just a very, I don't even want to say basic, but it's just an overview of like how to read the chart and giving like specific terms and I don't know, definitions, stuff like that. So very, very good though, very helpful. And now this next part, the chapter 1 part, is going into what is astrology, and it's a lot of reading. Not that what I did wasn't a lot of reading, but it was a lot of like chart analysis and graphs and things like that. So interesting, very, very interesting. I think that this is going to be really super helpful. I was also like in the foreword of this book, they talk about how this is supposed to be like a really good beginners. They specifically said not a textbook per se, but it should encompass like multiple beginner astrology classes into one book. Because yes, you can go to school to be an astrologer. There's a lot of astrology colleges out there. Alright everyone, we're up to chapter 2 in the astrology book, and I think that it is a good time to take a break. I enjoyed chapter 1. I didn't take many notes or did like underlining or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to read it because it was just, I don't want to say basic, but just an overview of astrology. It was a lot to take in, and it's not something that I'm planning on really diving into whenever I do my videos on astrology. So I just kind of wanted to read it, kind of get the overall knowledge of it, and then sort of move on, to be honest with you. So that's that. Okay, I'm gonna make some lunch now. I think we should make some lunch. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is make actually what I made yesterday for dinner, and it was so good that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it for lunch too, because that's the kind of person that I am. Very boring, very repetitive. So I'm gonna make some chicken wraps. It's fake chicken. Corn brand. This is my absolute favorite brand of meatless stuff, especially the chicken products. So I'm gonna use the chicken fillets. It's this guy in here. It's super, super easy to make. It's all frozen. It looks like this. So I put a little bit of water on it, and then I put a little paper towel over top of it on a microwavable plate. Put it in the microwave, and it doesn't take long in the microwave. I just do like around a minute on one side, flip it over and do around a minute on the other side. Chicken is done. I'm gonna cut it up, and I've got these are little tortilla things. Tortillas, period. And I've got my salad here, my lettuce. I'm gonna put in quite a lot. They're not so much wraps as they are more like foldables, because I can't get them to wrap all the way up. The tortillas are too small, and I just want like a lot of lettuce. So then I am going to add some cheese to it because I can't help myself. And all I have is shredded cheese, so that's what we're going with. And I do have mustard here. And instead of putting it directly on the foldables, I like putting it just off to the side and then dipping it into the mustard so I can control the amount of mustard, but also get mustard in like every bite. That's just how I roll. And that's it, guys. That literally took like 2 minutes. Okay guys, we're gonna switch gears here and locations and such. Keep these nearby. Sinuses, am I right? Ate food. That was delicious. Needed a little break. And now I think we're going to get back into it. I foresee a nap in my future, which I had a feeling that this was going to happen because I am one of those people who, when I read, I start getting tired and such. So we may take a nap. We will be kind to ourselves today. And if we need to take a nap, we will. So anyways, I figured we would switch gears, and I'm going to start reading some of Cameron's books here. So I'm going to read the McAllister Family Halloween Special since it's a nice little short story here. And then I'm going to jump into Autumn Crow. And you guys, I didn't realize Cameron even signed it for me. Very, very cool. So thought this would be a nice kind of palate cleanser from all the knowledge, all the information that I was just reading in the astrology book. So that was kind of the point of today, is to mix it up, switch it up, read whatever books tickle my fancy at that time. So I know I definitely want to get to Cameron's books here. So I'm going to get nice and comfy cozy here on the couch. Got my fall blankie. There are way worse ways to spend a Saturday, okay? I could get used to this. I could really get used to this. Okay, Cameron. Okay. That was really good. That was really, really good. And creepy. I love the ending. It was perfect. Because now I'm wondering. Now I'm questioning and such. That was really, really excellent. And again, a nice little short story. Nice spooky little Halloween story. Perfect. Well done. Now I am even more excited to jump into the actual book. So, gonna go ahead and do that. First, though, I thought of something. Okay, I want to find some Halloween ambiance to put on the screen. because that's always nice to do when you're just sitting there and reading and such. Okay, I think we have a winner here. A lot of them have like jazz music or like some kind of music playing in the background, and it distracts me more than anything else, more than people talking or whatever. Like, for some reason, music is just really distracting for me when I'm trying to read. So I went with this one, and it's perfect. I know there's a glare on the TV. It's perfect because there's the book there, and there's like rain noises. There's a spooky castle house in the background, candles, jack-o'-lanterns. So it's just rain and thunder noises. So I think this is gonna be it. Okay, everybody. What feels like maybe several hours later. Probably hasn't been that long, but it feels like it. I will admit I took a little nap there, but I've been getting through this. I'm about halfway done, and I gotta tell you, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep reading this. I want to read every single story in here. I've read 4 of the short stories so far. I'm on page 63, and I am thoroughly enjoying this. Cameron, well done. I'm not just saying that. It's super good. Each of the short stories have been creepy, but also they've been really creepy. They kind of make you think in a way. I'm not the best book reviewer, clearly. They kind of make you like stop and like think and pause when you're done reading them, like, ooh, that was good. You know what I mean? And also, I feel like it's accessible too. Like, I know that there's a lot of short stories. I'm thinking of End of the World as We Know It. That is not accessible. That is not accessible. That is for certain people who, don't mind things to go in like a really weird and sort of twisted way. This is definitely creepy and weird in all the good ways and such, but I feel like it's definitely more accessible stories for more people to be able to enjoy. So if you like a good creepy Halloween story, you guys, give this a read. I'm so excited to keep going with it. I genuinely want to finish this book. I want to finish this right now, but there's a lot of other books that I want to get to today, so it's okay. I'm going to find a bookmark and put a bookmark in it, and I'm going to definitely finish this up very soon, though. So thank you, Cameron. I really appreciate it. This is Autumn Crow. This has been awesome. Okie dokie, everybody. Couple hours later since the last time we chatted. So I kind of wanted a break, honestly, from reading. I was feeling just kind of lethargic and like, I don't know, I just wanted a little break. So I actually ended up editing, that was a mouthful, the video that I have so far, because I kind of wanted to see like, how is this going and such, and like 26 minutes into the video is when we sit down and start reading. That is bananas. But here we are, you guys. It's the CrisTheGirl channel. What do you want from me? It's going to be sort of a long video, but I'll try to wrap it up here. I realized I've only read, 2 books? Started to read 2 books. I knew I wasn't going to finish any books. That was not the point of this video. The point was to sit my butt down in a chair and read and relax, and we accomplished that goal. So if we don't open up all of the books in that stack, that's okay. It's not a big deal. That wasn't necessarily the goal. It was just to have, that pile there of these are all the books, all of the choices that I have for today. Whatever one you want to pick up and read, there you go. So I just put a baked potato in the oven because it is, there you go, right on time. It is about dinner time at 7 o'clock, so we're gonna be eating a little late tonight, my bad, but that's okay. It's a Saturday, we can go kind of crazy with it. So I'm gonna do a baked potato and salad for dinner tonight. But as I was sitting here just kind of waiting on the oven, I was flipping through The Magical Household, and you guys, I am so excited to read this book. So far, I'm really enjoying it. Let me read you a little bit of literally the very first page of the book. Moving into a magical household. The first things brought into the new house are of magical importance. Too late there, but there you go. Maybe the next house that I move into, we can actually do these things. But anyways, several items in particular are thought to bring good luck. Some people bring salt and bread before anything else, with the salt representing wealth and the bread food. The new household should never know hunger or lack of money. Following the same idea, a basket overflowing with edible items such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, bread, and cheese should be taken into the house first. To maintain stability in the new household, an item that cannot be blown away by the wind, such as a sturdy chair, should be among the first carried in. There is an ancient rule that is rarely argued. Never move a broom from one house to another. Whoops. It will bring your last residence bad luck into your new home. No. Now we know. Hey, now we know. Like I said, for next time we can be ready and prepared. So I thought that was very interesting. Okay, I think it's time to go ahead and start turning on the lights around the house. Maybe close the blinds while we're at it. Put a different ambiance video on. I've watched this one before. You know, I've had it on in the background before. The Witch's Cottage. It's comfy, cozy. Those are the vibes that we're going for. We'll turn the candles on. There we go. Bella's been a good girl, taking naps, sniffing around the porch. Good job. And look at that sunset out there, everyone. So beautiful. Really wonderful, nice, relaxing day. All right, guys, we're gonna switch gears here. I said I wanted to watch some fall spooky movies, and I don't know if we'll get to a spooky movie, but we're definitely gonna get to a fall movie. And you guys, I watch this every single year around fall. In fact, I'm a little late on it this year, but I love You've Got Mail. It's literally one of my most favorite movies of all time, probably top 5. I love it so much. It's my comfort movie, and I always watch it during the fall, so I'm putting it on now.
It wasn't personal.
What is that supposed to be? I'm so sick of that. All that means is that it wasn't personal to you, but it was personal to me. It's personal to a lot of people. I mean, what is so wrong with being personal anyway?
Wrigley! Somewhere. Wrigley!
Good morning, everybody. Literally just woke up, so we're looking rough, etc. We're gonna move on from that, and by move on from that, I mean we're gonna go ahead and end the video. Kind of late last night, and I just kind of wanted to cozy up and go to bed and read a little bit and such. So before I do, I read one chapter in the Murder by Cheesecake book. Loved it. Very adorable. Very funny. Very funny, just like watching a Golden Girls episode. So that's really cool. Because, like, the characters in it so far are just, like, so spot on to the actual characters in the show. It's like, man, how did they do that? Like, all the jokes and things like that. Like, clearly the author is either a big, huge, gigantic fan, which I'm sure they are, obviously, clearly, or they, like, wrote on the show, or I don't know. I'm just speculating. I don't think that is the case, but regardless, I'm very much looking forward to continuing to read this. A nice palate cleanser from all of the books, because once again, I'm either horror girly, like scare the crap out of me, disgusting, gross, creepy, weird, or I am very like knowledge, learning, give all of the knowledge to me and shove it in my brain. So every now and then it's nice to have a palate cleanser. Okay, you guys, that's it. Different kind of video. Did a bit of reading. Well, we did a lot of reading, but obviously that's kind of hard to film. But we did do a lot of reading yesterday. I'll admit, not as much as I thought I was gonna do, but it was still a lot of reading, a little bit of napping. We did some cooking together and hanging out, chit-chatting and such. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And I've got a lot of other videos coming up here and a lot of videos in the past as well if you want to check out those. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you to my channel members. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you to my coffee buddies, my former coffee buddies, but my coffee buddies as well. You all are just so incredibly amazing. Thank you so much for all of your support these past 4 years. Wow. And yeah, I really hope that you guys are doing well, and happy October. Hope you're enjoying your spooky season and doing a lot of really cool stuff. And I will see you all very, very soon. Happy Halloween, happy reading, and yeah, I'll see you all a little bit later. Bye-bye, everyone.